Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another stream here on the PokerStaples channel, and I can guarantee you've never seen a stream like this on this channel. So let me set it up a little bit. I have a long-term friend named Brynjar, who was actually a guy that helped me in Twitch in the very beginning. So when my stream started 5.5 years ago, he gave me my first sponsorship deal. That was with a Javaro, the HUD company, which there's no HUDs on Party Poker, but still operates on PokerStars. And he helped me with like various design aspects throughout my career, gave me guidance because he has a lot of experience in sort of business and in the gaming world and streaming world and stuff. So this is my long-term friend. And basically he decided to pop off and put me in a bunch of tournaments on this Sunday session, right? And that included the $5,000 big game. That included the $2,000 Gladiator knockout, a $1,000 deep stack, I think 3 500s. Like, it was just a huge session. Like, I think we were in total in for like 14,000 in buy-ins or something like that. And the deal was a free roll. So basically, he put up the money for the buy-in, and then we split the profit with 30% going to me, right? So if I cash for 7,000 or whatever, after I pay his buy-in back, I get 30%. He got 68% himself after he got the buy-in back, and then 2% went to the Twitch chat that was watching the stream live. So the result was like some amazing, very high-stakes poker tournaments against great players with huge amounts of money on the line. So that's all I'm going to say. Without further ado, enjoy the stream. Here it is, chat. The big game final. Starting it up. Should we put it in a special felt? I feel like we should, man. Like, we could throw that, but no, I think the spaceship, dude. I think the spaceship, just so that everyone knows, like, hey, this is the main bay, you know? This is what's up. So, sitting at our table here, we have Hex Veldhouse, we have Renato Nomura on our left, Pay and Play, Strawberry Girl, Avocado Man we played with recently as well, Feels GTO Man, who we have been playing with today, and then Blackjack PP, I don't know. I don't know Blackjack PP. But let's see how we get on, man. Come on, chat, let's win it. Get an open from Hex Veldhouse. I think just call here. We don't mind 3-betting some, but our hand plays poorly against a 4-bet for 60 blinds, so very playable post-flop too. I'm just going to call. We go to a flop. Ace, Queen, 8, 2 spades. Really good flop for our hands in that we have the top pair, and then we have one of the better hands too that we're going to have in this situation. 10 of spades on the turn, so we still have a pretty good hand, but I think it's going to be hard to get a worse hand to pay us off on turns and rivers. And we're not very vulnerable either. I think we have a 1-bet type hand, right? But we can definitely stand up to a bluff here and call easily because we've got so many good rivers in this spot. So Renato Nomura bets. We call, being sort of sneaky with our ace-jack. And let's see what the river brings. So the queen of spades. Okay, so we have the second nut flush, but the board pairs here as well. So let's see what Renato Nomura decides to do in this spot. All right, check, check, we win. We take down the pot. I don't like leading with the second nut on the paired board either, but 10-8, 2-pair bet on the turn. We call behind and get there on the river, thankfully. Big hand, the jack and the jack. Ooh, we get a raise from Blackjack Pro under the gun. So we have a decision. Do we want to play our hand for everything pre-flop for like 44 blinds or play it differently? Because we can 3-bet call, but I think 3-bet folding is bad. Calling also kind of sucks too, though. You're out of position with jacks, but it was the same situation we were just in with the kings, where we look so strong when we re-raise because we just don't bluff much. So I think it's actually going to be better to call here and flop top set and then have a super under-repped hand. Now we just play passive. Like, we have 3 jacks. Let them do their thing. I'm not going to check raise here. Again, if we check raise, like, we have 5x of diamonds, like sets, just not much. All right, checks through, and now they 8 of diamonds on the turn. Now I think we need to start doing some betting. So I'm going to bet 45,000, I think. About 2/3. Renato Nomura calls, and now a deuce on the river. So to bet or to check, because... So diamonds miss, and a lot of the straight draws miss, and some of them hit. But we have 3 of the jacks, so it's pretty hard for Renato Nomura to have something great. They are capable of having 2-pair type stuff, though. So I'm going to bet 110,000 and take it down against, wow. Chat, how do we not get all the money, dude? We literally flop set over set. If there's a bet on the flop, dude, we get all the money there. And we're just on like 1.9 million. Oh, the stupid diamond, dude. Stupid diamond. Feels GTO man goes for the raise. I am going to call. And we're going to see an ace, king, queen, all hearts flop. Bam. 10. Okay. We flop at the top pair. That's pretty good. 10-7 deuce is a very dry board as well, so we're not too worried about things here. There is some not great turns and rivers, being the queen, the jack, or the queen, the king, the ace. But I also don't think our hand is good enough this deep to want to check raise. So I think just check call is the plan. Turn comes a queen of spades. Again, we check. This is one of the overcards that could potentially have us beat now. We still like our hand, but let's keep the pot small. So we'll check and see what Feels GTO man elects to do here. They bet 2/3 of the pot on the turn. We will call and go to a river. 6 of diamonds. Okay. 8-9 gets there. That's about it, though. Not too much. So really, it's like, do they have a queen or a weirdly played queen 10 or a bluff? It goes check, check. I think we would have had to call a river bet there anyways with the run out. So good check by them. They had ace 8. Sort of semi-bluffing their hand on the turn here and just giving up on the 6 of diamonds. And we're on 1.4 million, chat. Come on, what a start. Let's go. All right, the 8s. Pay and play goes for the raise. Just call here. I think it's fine. The 8s, we go to a flop of king 9-3. To just fold or not. It gets a 23k. I guess we'll just call 1 and then fold if we see further aggression. 7 on the turn. Doesn't change too much. But again, I think fold if we see the double barrel. King on the river is really good. We'll check. Makes it less likely they have a king. I don't know if they're always going to bet their 9x either, so that's a great run out, and we win with the 8s. But back to main bay. Jack 9 offsuit in the big blind. Christian 150 goes for the raise. Get a call from Sims or Sins, and we're going to call as well. And hit a straight. Bam. Not a straight, but pretty good flop. Flopping the top pair on this Jack 6-3. We get a lead from Sims or Sins, and I am going to call. Even with the player behind, it gets a little bit messy here. It's tough for us to have a really strong hands here. So he can squeeze at a higher frequency because of what it looks like our hand is. So deuce on the turn. This is much better for us than them. They don't have 4-5. So I'm wondering if I should turn my hand into a bluff or not at this point. I think I'm going to call and then probably turn it into a bluff on the river, but that ruins it a little bit. Totally possible for Sims or Sins to have diamonds here. It's also possible for us to have diamonds. So that if they bet into this on the river, they've got to know, like, we're very capable of having 2 diamonds. We're also very capable of having like 4-5. We're capable of having a lot. So, and I don't think we want to bluff here on the end. Just check, check. We beat 6-5 and take it down. But if it was a blank, let's say the diamonds didn't complete and they bet, I think it's a good spot to raise. It's really hard for them to have straights. Again, such a small raise. I like calling here. And we flop a pair and an open ender. Really good flop for our hands. We love this. Check, check. Deuce on the turn. Gonna bet about a half pot here. This board hits us a lot stronger than our opponents. If we bet the sizing, we can represent just single pairs, as well as like really strong hands. They call, and an 8 on the river. Bet about 54k. All right, take it down. Take it down, chat. 182,000. That's good. 1.678. Ace King. We are gonna raise. Here we go. Now, do we want to make it 2.5 or 2.3? I think 2.5. Quite deep stacked here. As you can see, we're over 100 big blinds with about 3 people out of 6 at the table. So I'm going to go for the bigger sizing. Watch Me Dance is pondering, thinking about what to do here. And the 3 bets in, 105k. Now, I don't think we want to 4 bets, call off a 5 bet, get it in for 120 blinds. So, but our hand is fine to play post flop, so let's call. And let's see a flop. Which is 10-6-7 with 2 diamonds. Okay. This flop doesn't help us so much. We do have the backdoor diamonds, and we still have ace high, which is good sometimes. Our opponent is going to elect to 3-bet some ace 5 suited type hands, some like ace jack offsuit. They don't want to just call. So we're ahead of those, and we have diamond to the nut. So I think continuing is a good idea, unless we see a huge size, but we don't. We see a 1/5 size, sort of expecting quite small. So we will think for a while and call.
The unfortunate part about the size is that, let's say we were to slow play an overpair, are we going to continue to just call here? That's kind of the question we have to ask ourselves. Turns us a little bit face up by just calling, but nonetheless, I still think the right thing to do. Deuce of spades on the turn. Doesn't help our hands. Doesn't bring in the backdoor flush draw. So now we're kind of just stuck with the ace high and hoping that they were bluffing and they shut down. It's a big ask. And they continue on the turn for 2/3 and we'll give it up. Okay. All right. I want to get in the... Brynjar, can I get in the PLO a little bit late, dude? Let me get in the PLO a little bit late. Like, just give me like 30 minutes. Just give me 30 minutes, man. Okay, but I'm going to get the 2K now, obviously, because that's insanity. The 2K Gladiator. I mean, okay. We got BBZ on our left. Okay, bro. We got BBZ on our left. All right. Let's set up the 6 max. Table 9, 6 max. We've got the 2100 6 max high roller Gladiator, the 5200 big game, the 1K high roller Sunday Masters, the 530 bounty hunter, day 2 of the passport, the 215, the 55 in the money, and the 215 bounty. Come on, chat. Tell me you're not entertained, chat. Courtesy of Brynjar Cygnus Cross in the chat. Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's go, man. I don't even know what to put in the title. Just like have everything. All right, so we bet on the flop. I'm going to call 8 on the turn. This is pretty bad for our range. And do we call here? So we had some odds to make a flush. We're getting 3-1 odds. We're not going to make our flush 25%, but we do get paid sometimes when we make it. Sometimes we have the best hand with king high as well. Check call, 8 on the river. Okay. Well, they probably have us here in that they can easily have a full house, but they also shut down on bluffing on that card, which is pretty good. I think, because it's just so easy for us to have an ace. But let's go, chat. Come on. You guys are free rolling 2% in all these tournaments. Queens in the 5K. Queens. All right, folds around to Sims or Sins. Breaks it 46-8. Okay. So we want to make it like around 160, 170 here, which is a little bit less than 4x, but we're not as deep as we were. So I would think about 170 is right. Out of position in the 5K. Quick folds. Pick it up. All right. We want a little pot in the 2100 as well. And I think we have a call on the 1K against Mog Vision for 15 blinds here with King 10 against 7-6. Hold it. Hold it, please, chat. Let's go, man. Big pot in the 1K. Come on. Let's go down to a pot against BBZ. Fellow Party Poker Team Online member. Raises we call. 10-7 deuce. We have a gut shot. And backdoor hearts. Should continue here. And a bit of 3,000 into 4,000. Okay. Happy to call, as I mentioned. With this backdoor hearts and the gut shot, this is a board we're going to get to connect with a decent amount, but BBZ does have a lot of the overpairs as well. So we'll call 7 on the turn. This is good for our range. 6 puts, 22. Make it 73.50 here. Get a call and a 5 on the end. So hearts have missed. The straight draws have missed as well. We don't have anything. So the question is, do we just go for the shove or not? With our 9-6. I think we probably give up. We probably give up. Oh, no. King Jack. No. Sick call on the turn, though. 9-8-3 on the flop. Gonna go for the bigger sizing here. 4,400 into 6,200. Gonna think of a call. 5 of diamonds on the turn. It's better for his range than ours, but I still love my hands, so I'm gonna keep betting here. And about half pot is... You don't often want to bet half pot on the turn, but I think this is fine here because of our stack. That's just like a natural bluff sizing where we leave ourselves something on the river to keep betting if we wanted to, but then we also put some pressure, like we don't give them like 8-1 odds. So I think this is the right sizing. King of diamonds on the ends. And to shove or not to shove? I mean, they don't have very many kings, right? If they have a king, they made 2 pair with it. Ace King's going to limp re-raise. I just don't think they have a king, so I think we should probably go for a shove. I mean, there's sometimes that they're going to be slow playing some hands, but not in a bounty where they cover us. They should just have a worse 9 a lot if they call, so I'm going to go for the shove. We flop the nuts in Omaha, but let's see if Spacey finds a call. I think we've got him beat. Let's go, man. Against Jack 9. Come on, chat. Big double up in the 2100 KO. Let's go. We flopped the nuts in the Omaha. Limp fold. All right. Good pickup there. Good pickup. Now we have a pair in the 530, and it's all in time. It's all in time. This 530 bounty, we lost a pot with a flush draw. We lost another little pot, and now we're all in. So we really haven't played too many pots. But this could be our way back. Let's see. It's King 5. Got to dodge the world. No, we don't. We're good. We're good, man. Deuce on the turn. Don't got to dodge anything, man. It's fine. Put any card out there. Let's go, dude. Back to 33K. We pick up jacks. Let's go, man. So I think we're just all in, right? I think we're just all in. Come on, jacks. Please hold against the ace king. Keep it low. Not a 4. Come on, chat. Let's go. 74K in the 530. Let's go down to the 2100 now. Call the raise against French Sniper. Flop an open-ender to the nuts. To the best possible hand, dude. So we're going to continue. Let's see how French Sniper goes about it. Bet pretty big here, 80%. I don't like raising for the sizing, but we should continue. If it was a smaller sizing, I like raising on the flop. But as is, I think just call. And smash a 7 on the turn. Close. This is good for a range, though. I like betting out now. So we'll do that. We, of course, don't actually get there, but we can just pretend. It's like, hey, we're telling a story here. Telling a story that we have the flush or we have the straight. Thinking a call, and we have the 3 clubs in the ends. I think we should bluff now. We have 10 high without a club, but we have one of the worst possible hands we're going to have here. So let's go for a bet. 16-4. French Sniper thinking it through. Let's go, chat. Come on, man. Bluff works. 91,000. We're all in with the queens in the 1K High Roller Sunday Masters. Give us some action, dude. Come on. Doesn't make sense to min raise. We have 13 blinds. It looks stronger to min raise. And we just want a pot in the 530 bounty. Come on, NL Profit. Give us some action here, bro. Give us some action, NL Profit. Give us action, bro. I want back in this tournament, dude. This is our shortest stack, though. We want some hype. 530 for a bounty. 131. Hold it, chat. 131 bounty. Let's go. Come on, man. 131 bounty coming away and a bunch of chips. The ace 10 gets no action. All right. Now we have the suited king. Suited kings. Oh, this is the dream. 131 bounty in play, chat. Can we get our first bounty on the board? Can we do it? We're going to find out in a second. Double suited kings against Relentless's Ace Jack 10-8. Let's go, man. Come on, chat. 131 bounty in the PLO. 131 bounty. Got 10,000 bucks on the screen. You know, big spot. Getting 3-bet with the second best hand in No Limit Hold'em. Against New York, Jimmy. So to call or 4-bet, I think 4-betting is better with kings. With the aces, I definitely like slow playing. But with the kings, I'm just going to 4-bet to 21,000 here. We get a call. 3-4-5 on the flop. We're going to bet here for 17-5. I think it's fine. Really hope they have queens. I very much hope they have queens here. Okay, good luck. Oh. Well, that was very expensive. It's tragic and very expensive. I don't know what to say. You know what? It just speaks for itself. Whatever, chat. Whatever. I've had enough thinking about it. Oh, we got ace king in the 5K. All right. Okay. We have it, man. We have it. Jizoint raises to 61-6. Man, I think a slow play is so gangster here, man. Especially with our image in this tournament. Our image in this tournament is relatively tight. We're getting squeezed all the time. I like just calling in position. It plays okay post-flop. You know, like, it's a lot easier to play it by just 3-betting. People's perception of us is we're too passive. In which case, like, I love just calling. Flop is ace deuce deuce. This is a good spot for Jizoint to bluff as well. Probably thinks we're going to 3-bet with ace king and ace queen. So, yeah, checks to us. Slow play continues. Again, we're selling a story here that we can have ace 10, we can have ace 9, we can have ace jack type stuff. Schizo is the most likely to have a 2. I'm just trying to induce some bluffs here. And when Jizoint has like kings, queens, jacks, or whatever, we're only going to get 2 streets, right? They both fold. That's super lame. Super lame. We played it so slow. Super lame. We have the nuts down here in the Omaha, though, which is great. We're also going to be all in the 1K High Roller Masters. Come on, threes. We just took a terrible beat for, like, just too much to even think about, so we're not going to think about how much that cost us in the long run. So let's get a double up here with the threes. Bid W, tanking. Tanking it up, deciding whether they want to play or not. Hold it, please. Thank you. Thank you, chat. 36,000 to 1K. Come on, man. Brynjar has secured a rebuy for the 2K. So, chat, we're going to re-enter the 2K. It's fine. We're going to re-enter the 2K. It's no problem. If we're out, it's fine. We're going to buy in again. The craziness continues. We'll go again. Now let's go to the Omaha where we flop top pair and an open ender. We call again with a straight here on the turn. The non-nut straight. Do we want to raise? I mean, we lose against Jack 8, but we block 8s. Yeah, you know what? Oh, no, King Jack has a better... We don't have a straight, do we? No, we do. We have the very bottom straight. Okay. Jack 8 is better than us. King Jack is better than us as well. We have the third best straight. It's a bit of a yikes situation. We have a total bluff catcher. I'm glad I didn't shove, though, because with 2 better straights out there, it's not a good move, I don't think. All right. So we're going to fold on the river. And we are also going to be all in for 3 big blinds and rebuy if we bust. Courtesy of Cygnus Cross again. We have aces in the 215 in the money. All right. But we got to sweat the all-in dream here. Ace ball? No. Okay. Against Jizoint, we're going to go for the 3-bet here as well. With ace jack. Not intending to get it in, but our hand doesn't do very well against squeezes or multi-way. So I like 3-betting. Thank you again, Cygnus Cross, for another $500 free roll. Long thing to call. We go to a Jack 10-5 flop, which is pretty interesting because we flop very well. So if we bet, we call off, right? And sometimes they're going to have slow played with like aces or kings. But that said, I still think we should bet here with top. So I think it's just a bet call in the 5K. The turn gets pretty interesting because we can continue on the turn or we can check as well. But we just take it, which is cool. All right, 1.4 million. It's nice to win a pot in the 5K for a bounty. King Jack against Ace King. Come on, Jack Ball. Hit me up, la. I lost my wording, so I didn't deserve it. Oh, chat. If they call, we probably fold? Yeah. Oof. Yeah, okay. Well, here it is in the 2K. That's a good start. Hold it, hold it, hold it. No, man! No! Not that card, dude! That's 2 times in the 2K! It can't be like that, dude. Kings to jacks all in. Ace queen to ace jack all in. It can't be like that, man. It can't. Chat, it can't be like that. For a bounty, yeah, we'll shove the turn. Don't you dare, man. Do not dare have a better hand. We're all into the 6s in the cutoff here for 18 blinds. It's not a hand you want to raise call in the spot, so I like shoving. Let's get it through 52K. Third bullet, rebuy, last bullet in the 2K. Let's go. All right, Brynjar. All right, dude. We'll go again. We'll go again, bro. It better be 3rd time's a charm because this tournament is ridiculous. Wow. It's a reshove for a bounty, so sweat this first. 131 bounty with the ace-5 suited against the all-in and the cutoff. It's 2s. Come on. Okay. A bit of a miss here. Now we have a raise from 100 eyes and a call from Porsche on a very short stack. Do we want to get it in for 10 blinds here is the interesting question because we can squeeze and represent a ton of strength here. I like that better here. Yeah, so I'm going to squeeze. Make it 378s. Fold to an all-in from 100 eyes, obviously. If they're all in, they have it. They're definitely going to be showing down against Porsche. And against Porsche for 10 blinds, we have to decide, is this always a slow play with the nuts or not? We're out of the 530 for 131.25 bounty is the final. We're against 3s. Come on, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Big pot in the 5K. Sucks to lose the 500, but it kind of doesn't matter compared to this one, dude. A raise. I think calling is fine when they're raising the hijack here. So we're going to call with our king 3, and we flop 2 pair, which is amazing. We're also going to be all in the 2100 with ace king. Big spot, dude. We have 2 pair in the 5K and all in the 2100. This is wild. Just start with a call here. Sleep patrol. Probably going to give us action with their bounty and a 30 or 16 blind shove. They're going to call quite a bit. This is the most unlucky tournament ever, dude. We lost kings to jack, ace king to 7-9, and ace queen to ace jack. Or ace queen to queen jack or something. The 2K is just a disaster. I think we have to call against Fun Guy in the 1K with 2 broadways here. So we call. We're heads. We're heads. Yes, chat. We're up to 80K in the 1K. Come on. Let's go. Flop is queen 7-4. Check here to start. Planning to check call. So they bet 50,000. Okay. So we're going to call and let's see a turn. which is a 3. Good. We pick up a pair, which doesn't really change too much because, you know, we're just beating better ace highs now. That's really the only thing that changes. But we have 5 outs to make a pretty strong hand on the river with an ace or a 3. So I think we should call again on the turn. We're 186 here. 7 on the ends. So this is a bad card for them to bluff. Spades miss. The board pairs, and we have 7s in our range for sure. So if they bet again, it's quite interesting because they shouldn't bluff too much on this card, but it's a really good card for our range. So it's close, I think. Oh, man. It's really sick. It's really sick. It's a bad card for them. It makes me want to call. I mean, so 5-6 is very possible here. I think 7x 2 pair, whatever, is very possible here. I think they could go for thin value on 3 streets with a queen as well, but probably wouldn't bet 560. Man, I think we just call here, chat. It's a really big bet, but this is a good card for us against aggressive players. Yeah, I think I'm going to call. I don't want to see 5-6, but I call. Come on, dude. Huge call, chat. Massive call. We're up to 3.3 million. Let's go. And definitely call here. Hit something. I think that's enough, man. I think that's enough, chat. With the pair of 8s, we're heads. We've won it, right? No, ace on the turn. I didn't see the ace on the turn. King 3 suited, we're going to fold. 131.25 bounty is our finish in that one. In the PLO, GG. All in with the ace 4 here. 10s against 10s. Okay. Chop it up. Same hand. Ace 4 against King 9. King on the turn. Oh, that was it in the 1K, chat. That was our way into the tournament for real, but we are out of the thing. I run so good as a senior. We're out of that 1K. Christian 150 min raises. So call. We can call squeezes again from these 3. I'm just trying to think about what that means to Christian when we call here, because we probably don't slow play with queens or jacks or 10s type hands. So we're kind of taking those out of our range. Bit W calls. And now we're in a disaster mode because we're doing really well against this. But the problem is Bit W can slow play with a lot of good hands. And if we shove, we are risking 3 million to win 900K with them being able to have the really strong hands trying to get a squeeze from either one of us. So pretty sick, actually. Is calling an option? I guess it probably is, actually. I didn't really consider that in the first place, but 3.5 to 1 call, and we're still uncapped here. We can still have aces and kings slow playing in the spot, trying to induce action. So that makes sense. I like the call, and then a fold to an all-in, obviously. Difficult flop. Second pair, backdoor flush draw to the nuts. Pretty connected, though. Like, Bit W can have king, queen, queen, jack, king, jack type hands pretty easily. Ace, queen offsuit, I think is reasonable as well. 8 on the turn does not help us. Just want to get to showdown here if possible. So we'll check again. We have to hope Bit W has like king 10. That's the dream for us. But Patrick can still beat us easily here. Aces. Okay. Okay, check, check. Bit W had 5s. Aces had us pretty crushed, so we lose a little bit there. Christian opens. With the 10s, do we 3-bet call? Well, we definitely don't 3-bet fold. We can flat as well and induce squeezes sometimes. But I think we should just 3-bet and call an all-in. So let's do that. Christian, don't have jacks through aces, dude. That's what we don't want to see. We do not want to see jacks through aces from Christian. A call is okay. A fold is okay. An all-in is risky, but okay. It's all okay. I need you to focus, chat. All right, and a call. And this is a good flop for 10s, dude. A very good flop for 10s. I don't think we want to bet huge, like 380,000 here, probably. It's going to leave an awkward size on the turn, but it's still the right move. If you bet bigger, it becomes too obvious. If they shove, we call for sure. It's a pretty bad turn. It's quite good for our range, but I think we should check here. We're going to want to continue bluffing sometimes here, but it's just, we just don't have very many bluffs at all. The only hands that miss this are like 10s through kings, really. And the thing is, my 3-bet bluffs often hit this as well. Like, we have a few suited hands, actually, like King X suited and Queen X suited type hands that are completely missing here. But then we also have some Ace 4, Ace 5, Ace 6 suited type hands as well that have 2 pair doing really well. We have some strong aces. And aces that could check back on the turn as well. And we fold. But ace-8, we might be playing this for all it's worth at this point. Not against Watch Me Dance. But against the button or the small blind, we would have. Against Watch Me Dance, I think we just call here. Go to a flop of Queen 4-5. Okay. It's an option to check raise here. Also can just fold to a bet. I don't like check calling with our weak ace-8. I think it kind of sucks. We don't have too many good turns. So I am going to check raise to 600k and shut down on the turn if they continue. But I think we can pretty easily rep a queen here. So I'm going to get 560 to go. Hope for a fold. If they call, probably shut down on the turn. Ace on the turn is good, though. Obviously, we make the best hand with an ace. And with an 8, it gets pretty interesting as well. The 6 or 7 of spades, we should probably continue bluffing on the 6 or 7 of spades as well. 7 of non-spades. Okay, I'll check. And bet at 400,000, we'll fold. Okay. Ace-8 just not quite good enough to check call there. So I just bluff with it. Ace-Jack, here it is, chat. I need you to focus. Everyone focus in, dude. We have the Ace-Jack offsuit. It's a big hand in a big spot. If it's just a single raise, we're going to be all in. And against a shove, we're all in as well. This is our time, dude. Focus in, chat. Ace-Jack. All in the $5,200 buy-in. Can we hold it? I call. Nope. No, we can't. Oh, it's been so rough today, dude.
Thank you all so much for watching. I mean, this is pretty sick, right? Like the 2100 3 bust out, getting it in good 3 times is really sick. Like really, really gross. And then the 5K and everything. I think like the raise right before we busted out, you could go either way. You don't want to play too tight, but it's definitely an iffy one because of playability. The main point is I had a great time. It didn't go our way. I don't feel too disappointed with how I played or anything like that. I think that's just how poker goes. Obviously, the buy-ins are amplified, so the story is pretty sick, and you know, it has a potential to spew to be very negative. I expect the comments on this video to be very negative, very critical. But at the end of the day, the opponents in the tournaments are just better than the ones in the $55 tournaments, but it's still the same game. And you can still take bad beats at 2Ks at the same frequency you do at the 55s and run good in the 2Ks at the same as the 55. So nothing changes, just the dollar amounts. And it was an incredible opportunity. I had so much fun. Big thanks again to Brynjar for giving me that opportunity, and hopefully again in the future we can be in those tournaments one more time. We can be in there and I mean either staked or on my own roll and just playing them straight up. So that's the plan. Eventually we'll get there. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you come back and hang out once again. But until next time, we'll see you later.